Hey, Rossi, what has the last 6 hours kind of been like for you, seeing so many guys that have been pillars of this franchise leaving and having to give those final goodbyes for right now?
Um, Emotional. I think emotional is first word that comes to mind. Sad, difficult. A lot of negative words that I usually don't like to use on these Zooms. It's time to. I'm the manager of the team. We got to time to put our big boy pants on and move forward. It's a good opportunity. I'm happy for them. I'm happy that in a situation where we didn't get to where we needed to be, they get a chance to go chase a playoff berth that they're used to, and that's what's fun about baseball. It's not fun to lose, and they get a chance to go to some teams that are in the hunt and racing, chasing championships, and they're very good at that. They've established that. I'm happy for them, but as outside of the manager side of me, I feel like I'm losing some friends for a minute, and I think that's difficult. For me personally, that's just my personal. My seat, the manager side of me is, we'll move forward, try to get after the Nationals today, and try to get better and continue to get better and work back to having those caliber players competing on a nightly basis and trying to get back to winning championships. That's what we're doing.
Rossi, when you talk about it just makes you sad and emotional and all the things, when you think about why it makes you sad, like how would you describe it to everybody?
Of why? Look, these guys changed the history here. They changed the expectations about this organization. They changed the caliber of play that's expected. They changed expectations for a fan base that's passionate, that in a place that's amazing to play. They made it a place, along with ownership and front office, a place that free agents want to come and you get treated right here. And they're going to spend money to win, to build the type of teams you need to build. And those guys did that. They changed my life. I mean, that's as well documented as anything that can be documented, is how much they changed my life for the better. And there's a lot because of this core group of guys that were here. And so I'm very thankful for what they've done for me, for this organization, and for their friendship. I'm very, the emotional part comes from the human being side of it, that they're special people. Riz helped, get me over here along with John Lester, and I've known him a long time. Chris Bryant, I didn't even know how to spell his name in spring training and gave him crap about how many home runs he had hit in the minor leagues, and he hadn't hit any in the big leagues, and that I had more than him in the big leagues, and he was nobody. And this guy goes on to win the Rookie of the Year, MVP, and help us win a World Series. I mean, Javi Baez is one of the most exciting players I've ever been around, and his demeanor and is infectious, and his personality. And Jake Marisnick's made an impact on me. Trevor Williams has made an impact on. When you get to be these people's managers, it's different. You're losing, that whole. I've talked about the children aspect of how it feels sometimes if they're under my watch, and when you lose those really good human beings along with good players, it's just emotional. Beside the history that I have with a few of them.
David, were you surprised the lengths to which Jed sold? I mean, you knew this was a possibility. You knew, things are fluid, but the fact that he went all the way through with that, were you kind of caught off guard at all by that?
No, not at all. I think, I try to play, in my head at times what the possibilities might be, and listen to our conversations. And, I always thought, and this is maybe I'm different than most, but I can put on a business hat, and a lot of these guys are free agents. And if you get real talent for guys that you can buy back in 2 months, and we're not in a position that we needed to be in this time of year. And I would get as much as I could for every person I could, and then, try to sign them back. For me, if it's somebody that I valued and I wanted anyways, why wouldn't I do what the Yankees did when we were going with the Aroldis Chapman and a Gleyber Torres, or, some of these guys that we're grabbing. I haven't been able to look at everybody, but you're getting some young talent and big league talent for guys that are really valuable and proven winners. And they're going to be on the market in 2 months. So 3 months. That's how I look at it. That's just, maybe that's a bad way to look at it. Maybe that's not why I'm the president and the GM.
David, a couple days ago, you were asked about change and how change is inevitable in baseball, and that in the long run it can be a good thing. And so, now that the deadline is finally passed, and you don't have to answer questions about it, guys don't have to answer questions about it. How do you view these next few weeks and the final 2 months of this season? Where clearly there's an eye on 2022 and beyond.
Yeah, I think it's time to get to work, right? It was time to do the same. I don't think anything's going to change as far as our prep and what we're doing. We're going to have different guys in here, but the expectations are going to be the same. We're going to try to play good baseball. We want to have good at bats. We need to execute. We need to run the bases well. Like, all that stuff doesn't change. I think the personnel has changed, but we will move forward with the new guys. And if they're new and haven't been up here yet, we'll make sure they understand the expectations here and what we want to do. And the guys that, maybe haven't been the big name here, we'll step up, and it's time for somebody else to become the next Chris or Anthony or Javi. And change creates opportunity, and there's a real opportunity here for new guys to prove who are sustainable big leaguers. I think that's what you're always trying to do as a major league player, is to prove that you're here to stay and you can have success at this level. That's a really valuable next 2 months that we're going to have, is continue to keep an eye on the guys that can go out and prove it every single day.
Do you have anything else?
Yeah, just real quick. Does Horner get a lot of time at short, and who plays first a lot of the time? Just give us a couple,
Yeah, Horner's on the IL. I don't know if you've checked the injury report, but Horner's on the IL right now. Right now, today is Sergio will be here, and he's starting at shortstop, and then we'll go from there tomorrow. But the guy coming up, another infield, Andrew Romine, will be here today to be another infielder for now.
But that was a nice question. When Horner's available, would he play a lot of short? Just because you picked up Madrigal, I'm just curious if you play him.
Yeah, I haven't. Today's been a day of like a lot of different mindset. I haven't mapped through the future prospects we've gotten or trades and how that's going to fit into my team. Yeah, I'm just literally just saying goodbye to some really good friends and trying to make out a lineup without a starter and a roster. But I would definitely can't wait to have those conversations with you, Jesse, really soon.